up on Fulton Today, results of the special T-Splost meeting between commissioners and mayors. Also, a new era of justice is underway thanks to a nationally recognized program. And the county becomes one with nature to celebrate a major milestone. That and more starts right now on Fulton Today. Welcome to Fulton Today, everybody. I'm Shania Chavis Rucker. T-Splost was once again the main topic of a special called meeting between Fulton commissioners and the mayors of 14 cities. FGTV's Priscilla Ortega has been covering these meetings, and once again, she was there. Priscilla?
During this latest meeting, the mayors within Fulton County and the Fulton County Board of Commissioners discussed the project list for the possible T-Splost. Now, this project list includes safety enhancements, congestion relief, and pedestrian upgrades. After numerous meetings, mayors and county commissioners have nailed down a plan to help address transportation issues countywide.
Today is, close to the culmination of a lot of efforts that have taken place over the course of the past year from all the cities and the county itself.
During that time, leaders from each city and county staff worked towards a project list for their respective jurisdictions. The lists lay out which projects will move forward if residents approve a transportation local option sales tax in November.
At the end of the day, a Johns Creek resident doesn't just stay in Johns Creek.
The ability to have all these cities and the county working together, it's been not an easy process, but a productive process to get us where we are today.
If voters approve the T-Splost, that could bring in an estimated $655 million collectively over 5 years for transportation projects. The money would be divided among the jurisdictions based on population. Now that the mayors and commissioners have a plan, the next step is to officially sign an intergovernmental agreement and provide residents with all the details.
The big thing is to educate the public. We want to be transparent. The public know exactly what's going to be spent in their backyards in terms of roads and infrastructure improvement.
Now residents can learn more about this possible T-Splost ahead of the November 8th vote as the county starts its educational outreach in the coming months. Reporting from downtown Atlanta, I'm Priscilla Ortega for FGTV.
Thank you very much. Some Fulton County residents take a big step in turning their lives around thanks to a Fulton County court program.
And you need to turn to that positive network.
The Superior Court of Fulton County, Atlanta Judicial Circuit, honored clients with mental health issues at its Behavioral Health Court Program Summer Transition Ceremony.
She stands before you today with 638 days.
Now, the 2-year program helps those who do not have the basic needs like medication or community support to address their mental illness.
Once they have those basic needs met and those things are provided, usually that's when they're able to start working on those other issues like their mental health. But if we don't have our basic needs met, it's going to be very difficult to focus on treatment.
It's called a transition ceremony instead of a graduation to help the clients understand that this is an ongoing process.
We don't want them to get that idea. And so we ensure that everyone that is about to transition, that they have that support in the community, a therapist, a psychiatrist if needed, so that if any issues arise, they have those things in place and they don't feel like they have no one to turn to.
Though some see the program as a get out of jail free card, court officials say it is definitely not a walk in the park.
The instructors, they was not able to be bent, they was not able to be changed, they was tough, and all the games that we played, they did not fall for them. So either you're going to do it their way or no way at all.
The Behavioral Health Treatment Court has reduced the cost of recurring arrest of offenders with mental illness. Meanwhile, another new approach of handling those with mental illness and drug addiction is now underway. FGTV's Daryl Carver has more now on an initiative that has already garnered national attention.
A movement toward rethinking our criminal justice system is spreading throughout the country. Locally, the Atlanta Fulton County Pre-Arrest Diversion Initiative is a response to this momentum toward change.
And what we try to do is divert them from being an inmate at the Fulton County Jail. We work on discharge planning, we work on getting them into the community, and then we monitor them for 3 to 6 months to make sure they're staying compliant with their treatment, that they are staying in communication with their case manager, and they're not reoffending.
Modeled after the Law Enforcement Assisted Diversion, or LEAD program, started in Seattle in 2011, it promises to reduce repeated criminal and behavioral patterns while increasing health and wellness.
The message I bring today is the vision that we end the criminalization of mental illness here in Fulton County, and that means working to get folks in need of services out of the jails and into those services before they are booked on charges.
Atlanta is only the 5th city in the country with this type of initiative, thanks to its 80% recidivism rate.
That means 80% of the folks who are going into the system are coming back into the system. Now, just to give you some perspective, that's 40% higher than the national average.
Pre-arrest diversion, or PAD for short, works like this. When there's a probable cause for an arrest, instead of booking, jail, and prosecution, the officer calls a care navigator who comes directly to the scene and determines the service the person needs. So far, the program has been proven a success. Evaluations of the models in Seattle and Santa Fe, New Mexico show recidivism has been reduced by up to 60%. For FGTV, this is Daryl Carver reporting.
Great program. Thank you very much, Daryl. Fulton County Police, will they converge on a local grocery store?
You gonna smile for me? You gonna give me? Love me.
It was all for another Coffee with a Cop outing. The outreach program, which started earlier this year, had officers at the Kroger on Old National Highway in College Park. It's an opportunity for residents to build a relationship with those who protect and serve them while breaking down the barrier many feel exists.
The importance of Coffee with a Cop is we are looking day by day at opportunities to break down those barriers, and opportunities to create bridges in building lasting relationships, as opposed to what we currently have, where, again, sometimes there may be a little bit of standoffishness with the community.
The grocery store atmosphere offered a less intrusive way to interact with the community while offering needed cheer.
We're very happy to have them in the community. Ensuring their presence is very important to us.
If you would like to bring Coffee with a Cop to your community, you can call the Fulton County Police Department at 404-613-3005. Fulton's top executive takes his tour on the road again. County Manager Dick Anderson paid a visit to the Planning and Community Services Department after meeting the department's employees and learning its new tagline, Plan, Care, Serve. Mr. Anderson was given a tour of a home being built to have a better understanding of the multiple inspections involved with the construction of a new home in South Fulton.
It's really phenomenal, the level of detail that is adhered to vis-a-vis our inspection process. And at any point it can fail and the builder is set back to square one and can't advance to the next stage until they satisfy our inspectors.
Mr. Anderson, who's also a county homeowner, went on to say it's good to know there's that level of oversight and government scrutiny for a construction project that ultimately becomes a family's new home. Well, early voting for the runoff election is now twice as easy. The Chastain Park Recreation Center on West Wyuka Road and the Adamsville Recreation Center on Martin Luther King Jr. Drive were added to the list of early voting locations, along with the East Roswell Branch and East Point Library. Voting at all locations doesn't begin until July 18th, but if you can't wait that long, early voting is currently taking place through July 22nd at the Fulton County Government Center, the North Fulton Service Annex, and the South Fulton Service Center. For more detailed information on that list, you can call the Department of Registration and Elections, or you can log on to fultonelections.com. And still to come, Fulton County becomes one with nature by celebrating a milestone anniversary. We'll explain in our district-by-district coverage next. A beloved nature center doesn't look a day over 40, and mark your calendars for the next District Dialogues Community Forum. Here's this week's District by District coverage. We begin in District 1 with Vice Chairman Liz Hausman, who presented a proclamation from the Fulton County Board of Commissioners to the Chattahoochee Nature Center. It was a celebration of their 40th anniversary.
And whereas Fulton County has supported the Chattahoochee Nature Center continuously now for 40 years.
It was an evening of dancing, live music, and tasty treats at one of Georgia's premier natural science centers. Vice Chairman Hausman spoke about what it means to support the center.
It provides not only the environmental experience for the community, but educational opportunities, and hopefully sparks some interest in some of the 40,000 students that come through here every year to pursue careers in environmental sciences.
The vice chair also called the Chattahoochee Nature Center a great asset for North Fulton. District 5 Commissioner Marvin Arrington Jr. has another District Dialogues Community Forum coming up in a few weeks. The next meeting will be held on August 9th at the Oak Hill Child and Adolescent Center, followed by the Wolf Creek Library on August 16th, and then the East Point Forum will take place on August 23rd. All of the meetings will begin at 6 p.m. and end at 7:30. Commissioner Arrington says community input is vital to him doing his job.
We have to make sure that we are reaching the people. I like to get out and impact and touch the people, and so this is just a way for us to engage the community and have the community engage us.
The commissioner says, just like always, residents will be able to speak candidly about their issues and concerns. To get more information, just visit FultonCommission5.com. And finally, District 6 Commissioner Emma I. Darnell joins the staff at Adamsville Regional Health Center to celebrate the opening of the Stork's Nest. The program encourages low-income pregnant women to make and keep prenatal care appointments and to attend educational classes.
When they come to the class, they collect points, and they can turn those points in for actually supplies that they'll need after the baby is born. So it's a good incentive program.
We are so very, very happy, and we're so thrilled and blessed in this community to have the Epsilon Zeta chapter of Zeta Phi Beta and the March of Dimes join with the entire community to make this wonderful program and service available to the young women who come to this center each day.
The first Stork's Nest project was launched in Atlanta in the 1970s. To learn more about the new Stork's Nest location at the Adamsville Regional Health Center, call them. 404-613-4215 is the number, or just visit them at 3700 Martin Luther King Jr. Drive in Southwest Fulton. And when we come back, find out how you can be the one to make a difference in a life and death situation. Stay with us. New and expecting mothers often have tons of questions. Well, one group of new moms had the chance to have all those questions answered thanks to a group of experts. FGTV's Lynn Vaughn has our story.
Life changes for women when they become pregnant and have babies.
So sometimes we have to step back and remember kind of who we were before we got pregnant.
The new responsibilities and chores can make life stressful for new mothers, and worrying about eating healthy food can be overlooked. The Next Steps Cafe event at the Oak Hill Child, Adolescent, and Family Center offered tips for easing the transition. The event gave new and expectant mothers the chance to talk with breastfeeding counselors, motivational speakers, and nutritionists on how to be fit and happy.
We had some that spoke from simply being mothers and just taking time for yourself as a mother and as a parent.
A lot of moms don't realize how much you might struggle emotionally during pregnancy and after you give birth. And I guess my message is, if you need medication, there are medications that are available to take, and they might have a little bit of a risk, but there's a higher risk for not taking care of yourself well.
The expert panelists taught quick stress relief techniques like this breathing exercise.
So everyone stand.
And a chef with the Cooking with Choices program demonstrated how to make a healthy and quick jambalaya. The mothers say this is advice they can use as they start these new chapters in their lives.
I learned a lot about breastfeeding that I didn't know. I also how to handle my stress and find inner peace within myself. So I found that very manageable, like something I could use.
Just the fact that, everybody seemed to be there on the panel to be supportive and open for any, concerns that we had to support all the new mothers.
Organizers are planning similar events in the future and hope fathers start taking part as well to ensure a healthy family unit. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Lynn Vaughn.
Thank you, Lynn. Safety experts are pushing for more people to become CPR certified, especially since it is swimming season. An instructor with the Better Outcomes Foundation demonstrated how to properly give CPR.
Compressions are the priority. The sooner you can get your hands on the victim's chest and start your compressions and keep up the appropriate rate and the appropriate depth, the more likely their survival.
The nonprofit health and safety organization teaches residents about when to perform CPR and how to use an automated external defibrillator.
An AED is designed to evaluate what rhythm the heart is in cardiac arrest, and if it recognizes something it can shock, it will tell the operator that it's shockable and then tells them to push the button to shock and revert the heart back to its normal rhythm.
Fulton has about 145 AED devices at its public county facilities. The American Heart Association says brain death starts to occur 4 to 6 minutes after someone experiences cardiac arrest if no CPR and defibrillation occurs.
And then do another full compression.
Both seniors and farmers are reaping the benefits of a local popular nutrition program. The Senior Farmers Market Nutrition Program allows seniors to get fresh fruits and vegetables grown by local farmers at their own senior center. At the Hayfield Senior Center, participants were able to choose from a wide variety of items, including eggplant, corn, and collard greens.
Instead of going to the, the markets and stuff, because sometimes you overbuy. But when this brought to you, you have it, it's good, very good.
It's my job to grow the food for the seniors that they can eat. They no longer can eat corn or some other kind of items that they ate when they were younger. So I grow Pacific vegetables for them.
Eligible participants are given 2 $10 vouchers from the Georgia Department of Aging Services and the State Department of Community Health. The program is available once a year, but the Hayfield Center manager says she is working with local farmers to see if the program can be expanded to at least once a month. And still to come, it's still not too late to get your little one enrolled in a fun summer program. Details when Fulton Today continues. Fulton's Parks and Rec summer programs are not only fun, they are also educational. The 4 parks, including Welcome All Park, offer activities like swimming, karate, and field trips. But there's also a new educational program.
We found out that 30% of what kids learn, they lose during the summer months. So we're just trying to reinforce that with an education component using our tablets.
For 30 minutes a day, the summer campers go over educational games so that they don't forget what all they learned during school. You can sign up your child for the camp for the whole summer or just a day. Breakfast and lunch are provided. The camp is open until July 29th for ages 6 to 12. To get more information, just call 404-612-4058. And finally, little ones learn how they too can do their part to save our environment.
They go hungry.
The Water Resources Department taught preschool-age children about clean water, not polluting, and conservation. The children at the Cochran Mill Nature Center also created hats that look like the great blue heron bird.
We did talk to the kids about ways that they could protect the water quality in their neighborhoods. Even being little kids, there are things they can do like not littering and picking up after their dogs when they give their dogs a walk.
The children also got some physical activity when they danced with their new hats. Afterwards, the older kids learned all about the weather. And that's a good way to teach them. So before we go, of course, we want to remind you that we love to connect with you online. Check us out anytime on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And of course, you can see us anytime on our YouTube channel. Well, that does it for this edition of Fulton Today. I'm Shania Chavis-Rucker. Thank you so much for watching. Join us each week for news around and about Fulton County.